Welcome to this demonstration of VulaCheck. VulaCheck, your 24/7 intelligent credit analysis. In a nutshell, what is VulaCheck? VulaCheck is an advanced decision-making platform. It is a tool to assist you in assessing your credit risk, verifying documentation, and making lending decision easier for you. It is inbuilt with intelligent technology at its core, not only intelligent, but is also logical, that empowers you to evaluate loan applications confidently, reduce the element of fraud, streamline your approval process, and scale operations without compromising on risk control or compliance. That is the power of VulaCheck, an intelligent and logical tool for your credit analysis. The pace of lending has increased. Right now, borrowers are demanding shorter time of transaction turnaround. However, on the flip side, the micro lenders or the lenders have not improved their processes. We're still on a manual process, which is slow, prone to errors. There's a lot of delay, and in the delay, we are losing clients, we are losing revenue, and there is a high risk of fraud, high risk of non-compliance when you're giving out loans because of inaccurate assessments. Again, we are in a very competitive place at the moment. And because of competition, we want to approve loans fast. The demands for us are that we approve loans faster and much more often. Therefore, these compound and make for inaccurate decisions, and that compounds the problems that we are facing of funds lent out to borrowers who are not paying back or fraudulent loans. VulaCheck indeed is a solution for you. One, we want to generate a full report, a 360 view of the client in under 5 minutes. It is comprehensive, it is detailed, and gives you all that you need. Secondly, we have the element of fraud detection and risk scoring. VulaCheck is able to flag all suspicious patterns in all the documentations that have been given, flag inconsistencies in the documents that the client has provided, and provide them as red flags for you in one single report. One of the great power of VulaCheck is your financial behavioral analysis. We instantly look at the borrower's financial habits, we look at their financial patterns, we look at their credit notes, and predict their ability and willingness to repay the loan. Now, not only are we able to give you a financial behavior pattern, we will be able to do a geolocation for the client and be able to tell you through the financial transactions where the client is ideally based. Therefore, you're able to confirm the address of the client, where he works, and where he spends most of his money, to tie and be able to logically tell you, is the client telling the truth? So an analysis of the geolocation, an analysis of where the borrower works, and tie up logically to see if it makes sense. VulaCheck is inbuilt with all compliance and regulatory standards to ensure you comply from each and every loan that you give out within the national credit regulator. System is fully integrated, fully a lending workflow, works within your businesses, and it works without compromising on data security and on your system. What is VulaCheck again? VulaCheck delivers intelligent decisions and it supports lending to the personal and the individual. Today we are analyzing VulaCheck for the personal loans in the micro lending segment, in lending to individuals, and then we'll review business loans as we proceed. We are confident with VulaCheck. One, under 5 minutes, you have a full 360 analysis of the client. Every fraud item, every item that is inconsistent is flagged for you. 98% in terms of recommendations that are provided for you are intelligent and logical. 97% to 99% detection of all manipulated documents that have been brought to your attention. We will tell you what instrument has been used to make the document, if the document has been manipulated since its first date of creation, and highlight and flag all the inconsistencies. The beauty about VulaCheck, it is all 100% digital. There's no paper for you to print. There's no back and forth. All you have is to upload your 5 documents, upload your documents. VulaCheck does the analysis for you and makes the decision in an intelligent analysis report which you provide for you. Decisions 10 times faster compared to the current manual, laborious process many of our microfinance institutions use. What are the key features? It's all seamless. All documents are uploaded. You have a portal to upload all your documents. VulaCheck provides intelligent, logical analysis of affordability, risk, and flags out any inconsistencies. Fraud detection engine inbuilt within the system, within the tool, to ensure that every pattern that aligns or is fraudulent is flagged out for you to review. And within or less than 3 minutes or less than 5 minutes, you are getting your PDF version of the report through the email, and you get a report on the dashboard. Why is VulaCheck your 24/7 loan decision-making tool? It's because VulaCheck does not tire. You're able to run your microfinance, your business, the way you want to run it. You run your microfinance how you want. We give you that opportunity with VulaCheck. There are inbuilt security, scalability, and integration adaptability that we are able to inbuild with VulaCheck. Security is paramount and key in this era and time of data protection to ensure your data is sound, to ensure your passwords are secure. We use a secure platform that is GDPR standards compliant. Your automated workflows fully encrypted from end to end, and your user rights and admin are highly managed with audit tracking and audit login. That is VulaCheck for you. In summary, we'll look at the Credit Analyst Recommendation Report. This is the report that VulaCheck provides for you in a matter of minutes. One, we're able to configure section 1, which is lender by lender. You lend money between 500 and 8,000, we're able to adjust that for you. You lend only 1,000, we'll be able to adjust that. VulaCheck does an analysis on the amount of loan you are able to give. We give in the personal details, and remember, in giving these personal details, VulaCheck matches everything together to ensure that everything is confined and is correct. Raises for you inconsistencies, whether it's in ID number, name, how they are written, both from the credit report, from the affordability report, and raises that for you. Employment and income details are also highlighted for us. You're able to look at the employer, where the employer is based, and remember, from the financial analysis, we're able to check where the location of the lender is based. The financial obligations are just highlighted from the payslip to ensure that every calculation that is done from the payslip is correct, and flags will be raised where there is inconsistency for manufactured payslip. The banking details are paramount and important. Verification of the names that are matching within the bank and the payslip and the individual that is borrowing. Any inconsistencies, same, are flagged. We want to check if the salary has been deposited consecutively for the last 6 months, for the last 3 months in the lenders. If it's not detected, then the system will be able to highlight for you that we are not seeing the salary, and therefore review that check. The credit report affordability summary is raised, and where the instances where the client cannot afford, that is also raised for you to be able to just take note of the issues in affordability, and therefore able to talk to the client more, able to investigate more, just in case the credit report you're using at that particular point is not the updated credit report. We'll do a credit analysis for the entire client. This basically is information that is available in the credit report from the credit bureau. However, VulaCheck, with its intelligence, is able to look at the summary of the payment behavior. So as much as the data is already available, VulaCheck is able to analyze that data and give you a summary in 4 or 5 bullet points that you can see here in terms of payment behavior summary. That analysis is done in less than 5 minutes. Are there missed payments? What is the arrear? Is it increasing? Is it arrears behavior? What is it? Is it increasing? The risk behaviors. How many times have they applied for loan? How many places are they waiting for feedback? Those behaviors will give you an insight into that. So the power of VulaCheck is not only the data, but how do you interpret the data to give you, as a micro lender, the power in your hands to ensure you make credible decisions and you make the decisions fast. Spoke about financial behavior analysis, looking at gambling activity in the client, looking at how they spend their money, their saving habit, their patterns of withdrawing cash, how they spend. And with that, we talked about geolocation. Where is the client based? This is a critical aspect, that when a client is in Western Cape and spend most of his money in Western Cape, ideally the logic is that the client should be working within Western Cape or near Western Cape. And if not, then these are factors that we raised for you to be able to call in the client and verify further. However, the power that VulaCheck gives you is to critically analyze the transactions and give you that detail for you to cross-check with the client. We talked about VulaCheck not only being an intelligent tool, but VulaCheck also does logical analysis. Logical analysis in terms of the income and age bracket, title, the industry, and matches this for your borrower. Is the salary and the job title consistent? Is the age and income logical? Are they consistent? VulaCheck will highlight those scenarios for you. At this juncture, we had one of our clients using VulaCheck had a client who was 26-year-old, working as an engineer in ESCOM, earning 80,000 rands. Now, ideally, we'll be able to do this in a manner to be able to create an aspect of, is it logical? Is it logical for a 26-year-old to be earning 80,000 and being employed as an engineer in ESCOM? Therefore, VulaCheck gives you the capability. It does not say it is not correct, but raises a red flag for you to do further check in logical capability. We do the payslip and bank statement analysis. In this, we are checking that, are we able, or is it credible? Are the documents that the client has shared with you, are they capable, or are they credible documents? Where the documents are not credible, we raise a red flag. When were the documents created? Have the documents been modified since creation? And we give you an analysis for that. Therefore, finally, we have two more sections that are very critical, and section 12 is where we raise all the red flags and alerts and highlight for you what could be critical, what is a red flag, what you need to check. And finally, we give you a decision, whether it's a decline and the reason why we are giving you the decision for decline. Final section is on a debit check, where we recommend the date where the system, or you should be able to put a debit check on the client's account. However, if the system has declined, definitely it will not be able to give you a debit check, because ab initio it has declined the loan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a powerful tool we give into your hands. One, significantly reduce the time you take to analyze all these client documents. Number two, we ensure that things that ordinarily will pass you or a naked eye, we are able to trace and give you the data. Where we have consistent data, we have bank statements that are very long, we have credit reports that are very long. How do we condense that for you and give you practical aspects, give you details to ensure you make the decision within the shortest time possible, and confident 100% with the decisions that you are taking, and you are ensuring that you are fully compliant with the regulation. We'll hop over to VulaCheck.com, where we have the tool and have a demonstration for you to view the power of VulaCheck. If you've not registered, you can get your account at VulaCheck.com. get in your account. For the first 50 people, you have 5 credits to perform checks within your organizations. VulaCheck, this is our starting point where we get to VulaCheck.com and we're able to log in. I've already logged in, as you can see from that, but ordinarily you will be brought into this page. So if you do not have an account, you get started, but if you have an account like I do, you just sign into VulaCheck. I will sign into my account. Accept the terms and conditions, and then you're able to log in to VulaCheck. We get to the overview of the dashboard, driven by the credits that I have and how many reports I've done in the last 30 days and the credits that are remaining for me. That is the overview you want. Excuse me. We have decision reports, all the reports that you've run previously. You're able to search by the ID number. You just put in the full ID number. You'll be able to get the report that has been previously done for your client. These are reports that you can actually, for your case, share with the client if you need to, when the client asks why the decision was denied. This is the point you need to upload all the documents. Remember here, we only upload PDF documents. And number 2, we do not upload documents that have password protection. All documents must be PDF and they must not be password protected for you to be able to analyze the document fully. Then you have your settings where you're able to change your profile, when you're able to get details, and you can be able to edit and add your name. You can change your password, put in a different password, and this is your account. You can be able to delete your account within VulaCheck. Down here is a sub menu where you can be able to access back to the website. And this, once I click that, it takes me back to the website. But remember, it takes me back to the website showing logged into my account. And I can go back to the dashboard through that point, or I can log out. To demonstrate, I will use my names and then a generic ID number. So just ensure that you put in the correct ID number, because you'll be using the ID number to search for the client, and then you upload the documents. I'll use documents from I'll use this client's documents. I upload the ID. Once you upload, it will turn green to show you that you upload the correct document. If you upload a document and it turns red, it means the document you've uploaded is not correct. Therefore, you need to re-upload the correct document. Only, like discussed, for now, you're only uploading PDFs, and you're uploading each and every document on the box that is highlighted. So credit report needs to go to credit report. Affordability report needs to go to affordability report for you to get concrete decisions and concrete reports for your analysis to stand out and to be impactful for the decision that you're making. Once everything has been uploaded and turns green, that is only when you will be able to hit the submit button. From this submit button, like we've said before, it will only take 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, for you to get your credit report. That is the simplicity in operation of VulaCheck, a powerful tool to achieve a great report. However, there is the simplicity of using the tool. 1, it is not complicated in using. Number 2, it aligns to your process flow within the institution. How you analyze your documentation, it analyzes for them. So it does not separate itself out from your institution, and therefore it is easy for us to implement VulaCheck within your organization, within your process flow. As you wait for the download to continue, I can open one of the reports. I will quickly open a report that has been processed, and we go through it very fast. For purposes of using the correct name, I would scroll very fast on the name bit, But you can see it's a credit analyst recommendation, and you can see all the summary of the client on the report as we went through the document step by step until you have a recommendation. Look at this client. For this client, he was given a refer, meaning VulaCheck looked at all the documentations, everything was adding up. However, it raises some red flags and believes that those red flags are not significant to deny the client a loan. However, the reason for refer is that it will ask you as the decision maker, final decision maker, to just make a final review on the highlighted areas, review on the recorded default and arrears, and see when did they occur, has the client made payment, review the bit of expenses that the client has declared. If you're comfortable, then you should be able to recommend to refer the manual decision or limit the loan between 2,000 and 3,000 rands. And the score is medium. Medium means, yes, we have given you the go-ahead. However, we would like you to verify these areas on this particular client. That's how the report comes out. When you look at the view, this is where all your documentations that we uploaded will be. So it is easy for you to come back again and say, for the decision that has been given, let me recheck the documentation again. You download your reports. You can download them as often as you want. Go through the reports, scan through the reports and the decision and what we've said about the particular client in uploading that documentation. The red flags that have been done, you take to look at that. And then the recommendation and the confidence score in giving that to the client. So that's basically VulaCheck. That's basically where all your documentation is. You can close. You can verify again that all these documents are the same. The ID runs across. Where VulaCheck gives an inconsistency, this is an opportune moment for you to look at and see where the consistency lies at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you a powerful tool in your hands. It will only take less than 5 minutes. Like right now, we uploaded the documents at 1:31 p.m. and it's not even 5 minutes later, our report has been processed and you can download. Remember, you can download these reports, and these reports are also clearly for the email you use to register on VulaCheck. These reports will be sent to that email address. So you can have staff in the office uploading this documentation. They're able to look at the report and see the decision. However, you're able to get these things on email and see the decisions that have been taken. And from your perspective as a final decision maker, you're able to say, yes, this is what VulaCheck has said. I have looked at A, B, C, D, and I see I am justified to give this client a loan. Therefore, you go ahead and give the client the loan, depending on what you partake and depending on what you see. That's VulaCheck in a nutshell. Simple to use, but powerful, intelligent, logical tool in your hands. One, gives you time to do other things as a microfinance, as an owner of the business. Number two, you're able to employ people to work under few people in that instance to just upload these documents for you as you make the decisions yourself. Therefore, as much as you've allowed your staff to upload documents for you, at the end of the day, you still make the call. That's VulaCheck in a nutshell. That is the power we give you into your hands. If you've not registered, if not gone to VulaCheck, please go to VulaCheck.com, register in, get an account, join our community on WhatsApp. Once you join the community and you've sent in the details and you've sent in your registration details, the email that you've used to register, we will load 5 credits for you to test the VulaCheck in real. And you'll be able to look at how the report comes for you and for your clients. And with that, we can be able to engage more. Reach out to info@VulaCheck.com in case you have any queries or in case you need a one-to-one check or meeting on VulaCheck. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. In case of anything, reach out to info@VulaCheck.com. Once again, I take this opportune moment to thank you for finding time to watch through these videos. In case you have any question any query, reach out. There is the support community. Reach out on WhatsApp, and we will gladly reach out to you. Thank you very much.